Hello friends, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and in this video we're gonna do the detailed camera review of the Coolpad Cool 1. So the Cool 1 is the affordable smartphone with dual camera setup. So we have dual 13 megapixel camera on this device with f2.0 aperture, dual tone dual LED flash, and there is also a front facing 8 megapixel camera with f2.2 aperture. So the cameras are from Sony and the sensor is from Sony, and we have dual setup here. So this is the one of the most cheapest dual cameras available right now in India. It's priced 14k, and we also seen dual camera setup in Honor 8, and we also have it in iPhone 7 Plus. So this is one of the affordable ones in India, which is just below the 15k price point. So that is the camera spec, and let's go to the camera samples and interface. So first up, let's see the camera interface. So if you have used a Coolpad device, you might be knowing this interface. We have this night mode, video recording mode, photo, beauty, and pro mode. So you can see the professional mode has white balance, ISO, exposure, then focusing, contrast, saturation. So it's a pretty good option to have on a professional mode, so we can control your settings before taking the photo. So that's the pro mode. Then we also have the night mode to take photos in extreme low light conditions. So you need to hold the device steadily to take photos in night mode. So that was the different modes available, and here if you go, we have slow motion video, long exposure shot can be taken with this device. Again, for that you need to have the tripod, then panorama and GIF animations. And here if you go to the settings, we have the normal set of options, and picture resolution is maximum is 13 megapixel. And on the top we have the option to turn off or on the flash. There is an option to this is actually called the SLR mode. What it does is it provides bokeh effect in photos. If you are taking in close up, you can also actually change the focusing. It is kind of actually changing the focus once the photo is taken. So this we have seen in Honor 8 and even the Huawei P9. So that kind of effects can be done here as well. So this mode is the SLR mode, and here we can enable it using this button. Then there is also HDR mode and option to switch to front facing camera. Then there is a fun option called watermarks. So you can just swipe and check some of the watermarks available. So these are some fun effects available, and they are grouped into different categories, and you can select them and apply to your photo. Say for example, if you are taking a birthday photo, you can just use the watermark to take the birthday captures. So that's a fun mode available in this device. And finally, if you go here, you can see the options which I mentioned here. So these are some of the options in the Cool 1 camera app. So it's a pretty good camera app, and here we also have some filters included. So if you want to apply some filters, you can use this button. So overall, we would say the camera interface is quite good and does the job pretty well. The focusing is also pretty fast. The capturing is again pretty good, and in low light conditions, it does take additional fraction of a second to capture the image, because the dual camera is in action in extreme low light conditions. So that's the camera interface of this device. Now let's go straight to the camera samples which we have taken with this device. So first up, let's have a look at the daylight shots. So you can see these are the daylight shots which we have taken with this device, and they come really good. The color quality is pretty spot on. The overall clarity and the color quality looks pretty good. The detailing in the photo is also pretty good, and overall we would say this is one of the really good smartphones in this price category with really good cameras. The dual cameras does work pretty well on this device, and we could say that the dynamic range could have been slightly better, but still for a phone priced below 15k, this is definitely a good attempt with the dual camera. So overall the daylight shots have come pretty good, and they are really good for a phone priced in this category. Now talking about the macro shots or the close-up images, again there is plenty of detailing, and there is a kind of bokeh effect added to the photos, and the overall sharpness and the image quality, also the color reproduction looks pretty spot on with the Cool 1. So Cool 1 definitely impressed us with the daylight shots and also with the close-up images, which were the strength of the camera, and the dual camera works really well. So if you're looking for a camera smartphone, then this is definitely one device to consider in this price segment. Now let's have a look at the low light images. So this is one area where the dual cameras work really well, and what it does is with dual cameras, the noise is considerably low, and this results in really good images. So you can see some of those low light samples which we have taken indoor in artificial lighting and also outdoor, and you could see that this is one of the really good cameras with extreme low light conditions also performing really well. The noise levels are pretty minimal, and with the dual cameras performing performing pretty well. This is one of the really good cameras which provides really good low light images, and you could see that the color quality also looks pretty good in the low light samples. There is also dual tone dual LED flash which helps in extreme low light conditions, and the flash quality is also pretty good. So the Coolpad Cool 1 impressed us with the rear dual camera. That's a 13 megapixel dual camera, and in both daylight shots and also in low light conditions, this is one of the really good cameras below the 15K price point which performs really well. So this is one of the cheapest dual camera setups, and this definitely works really well. Now talking about the selfie experience, so this has a front facing 8 megapixel camera. You can just switch to front facing camera here, and here we have photo mode, beauty mode. You can just swipe up and you can see there is whitening, smooth, slim and enlarge. So some modes are included, and if you go here there is also option for GIF animation. So selfie camera also works quite well, and here are some of the selfies shots which we have taken with this device. Again, for a camera in this price segment, the selfie camera also works really well, and the sharpness levels and the color quality looks pretty good for a selfie camera. So overall we would say both the cameras, the front camera, the 8 megapixel camera and the dual rear camera are pretty good in this price category. Now talking about the video recording, so video recording both it can record both in 4K as well as 1080p, and the sample looks quite good. It's not really a top-notch sample, but then definitely for a phone in this segment we would say it's quite a decent sample which we have taken. Overall we would say this phone performs pretty well in video recording as well. So that's the overall camera of the Coolpad Cool 1. So definitely one of the really good cameras in this segment with a dual camera setup and dual tone dual LED flash, and probably the cheapest dual camera available right now in India, priced 14K. So it's a big thumbs up from us in terms of the camera performance of this device. So if you're looking for really great camera below the 15K price point, we would definitely suggest the Coolpad Cool 1 with really good performing abilities. So that's all guys with the camera review of the Coolpad Cool 1. So hope you like this video. If you plan to buy this device, it will be available on Amazon starting Jan 5th, and we'll be sharing the links in the description of this video so you can use our links and buy the device. So that's all guys, thanks for watching, hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.